Hi, this is Pastor Jeff, back in my neighborhood. And today I want to point out to you that the place where I live, my neighborhood, is a pretty safe place to live. It's a quiet cul-de-sac in Sartell with ample resources. I have great neighbors. The roads are being resurfaced. Schools are well funded. Businesses want to come here. It's a good place to be. That's why I wanted to live here too. The last 2 weeks have opened deep wounds in our state and in our world. As I said in my sermon on Sunday, I feel as if I cannot honestly speak up about racism with any real outrage because I've never been subjected to that kind of treatment myself. But if I stay silent, I will be complicit in the legacy of white supremacy that is woven deeply into our country's history. I've not been sure exactly what to do, but there is one thing that I've been trying to do, and I would encourage you to do it too. I can actively take time to learn the stories of other people and their experiences that are different from my own. Sad to say, but most of the time, we discuss the tough issues of life with people who already agree with us. I'm guilty of that. I suppose it's an easy way for us to make ourselves feel like we're looking at those issues safely while finding support for our own thoughts and opinions. The harder but more helpful way might be to go and seek out people who have diverse experiences and hear what their lives are like. Our bishop, John Anderson, likes to meet new people, and when he does, he always asks them a simple question. What do you know that I need to know? I'd like to start asking that kind of question to people in my life. For example, last week I had a great conversation with a law enforcement officer, and he taught me some things about the life of a law enforcement officer that I didn't know. He shared with me the opinion that there are problems in our world that we have avoided or underfunded, like mental health, domestic violence, illegal drug use. And since we have not faced those issues well enough as a society, those issues sometimes become police issues, and that need not always be the case. Yesterday, I was invited to spend some time with an interracial couple and to learn more about their life together. The husband, who is African American, shared with me what his life was like growing up in the American South. He told me, for example, that when he encounters law enforcement or when he gets pulled over, he makes sure that he has his driver's license and car registration in full view on the dashboard so that he does not need to make any movements that may be misunderstood by the police officer. He lives in a very nice neighborhood, but he told me, I never go jogging. That couple also shared with me the story in which they were denied application to rent a home because of the husband's race. Having this kind of conversation can be hard. It takes effort. Most of the time, we have to go out of our way to find someone whose experience is different than ours. For white people, it may not be the kind of work that we feel like doing, mostly because we'll have to face our privilege and our country's harsh past. But the issue of race, slavery, Jim Crow laws, redlining cannot be ignored by people of faith. We have racist tendencies and thoughts that must be dealt with. There's racism in systems that needs to be examined and dismantled. Galatians chapter 3:26 says, You are all children of God through faith in Jesus Christ. For you are all baptized into Christ and have clothed yourselves in Christ. There is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. If we believe that, then it's time for us to do the hard work of dismantling racism in ourselves and in our systems. And you may ask, but what can I do? Well, I'm telling you one thing you can do. Find someone who is different than you and ask them to simply tell you their story, and then listen. Don't get defensive, just listen. My friend who I met with yesterday said, I don't want any special favors, and I'm not a victim. I just know that this is the way the world is, and all that I ask is that people get out of my way so I can build my own life and protect my family. In America, he said, I should be able to do that. And then he said something that I will never forget. He said, racism is our history, my people's history. Hopefully someday it can be just history. I challenge you to reach out to learn more by hearing the stories of others who are different than you. Just listen to them. This is Pastor Jeff, signing off from my neighborhood where I can safely go jogging, where I do not fear getting pulled over by the police, and where I can go to the store in 30 seconds and get my reasonably priced food. I love you, Celebration. I invite you to do the work as people of faith so that everyone out there can have the same simple benefits of living in this great country.